Welcome back to the Maximum Chillage Podcast, episode 23, is it?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know. I thought you were going to say 20, and I know we were past that. I don't
even know
it is,
anymore.
But,
it's like my own age. Sometimes I don't even, I think I'm 28, but I might be 29. I'm Chuy Sanchez, with me as always.
I'm Tiki Mike.
Tiki Mike. It's a big week. Something that we talk about all the time. It's finally happening.
Yeah.
Star Wars, the premiere, Thursday, tomorrow night. I saw that people are lining up right now already.
Weird. Actually, we know someone that did that on the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's no reason to line up anymore.
Buy tickets.
Yeah. Back then, you know, there was not like 10, 15 showings at one theater.
Yeah.
It was just like the 2 or 3 showings, and so you had to get there to be in line for it. Now you don't.
Speaking of theaters, a movie theater chain has started a subscription, just like Netflix, just like all the other subscriptions that we have. They're trying to appeal to millennials. It's a movie theater subscription where you pay a flat fee, you get a ticket every month, they roll over, we'll talk about it. Hanibal Buress, a guy that he's beloved by us. He's in the news. Mm-hmm. For what? You'll find out. Mario Batali is also in the news, and I think you already know. Why anybody who wears Crocs, you probably already know what's going on with them. They're perverts. You wore Crocs for a while.
I never wore Crocs.
Christmas gift ideas. Yes, you did. You wore imitation Crocs.
No, they weren't imitation Crocs. They were non-slip shoes for my job.
They were clogs.
They were non-slip shoes that were slip-ons.
Were they not plastic?
No, they weren't plastic. Or, you know, it might have been. It was a similar material. I don't know. I don't know.
You ever get gifts from people and they just suck? Most of the time, right?
No, actually, the gifts that I've gotten have been most of the time dead on. My gifts suck.
Oh, you're not a good gift giver.
I'm a terrible
I've got your
giver.
gift giving guide this year. I feel like you need to listen to this to know what to give people if you don't know how to shop for people. I'm a great shopper, but you might not. There was a kid that might have. You saw him on your feed this week.
You most definitely saw him.
I know you saw him, and I know you felt bad for him at a time. Keaton Jones is a little kid who got bullied at school, started a whole big national anti-bullying campaign. Turns out his mom's a piece of shit. We'll talk about it. And then we'll get to Mike's final thoughts. They loved your final thoughts last week as a lightning round.
Lightning round.
I heard a lot of people say that they liked it. We'll keep it going.
All right.
Star Wars. Comes out tomorrow. You are going 2 days in a row, right?
No, I thought I was.
Oh, you're not going to go?
Well, I thought today was the premiere.
But you're not going to go Thursday and Friday? Or you work?
No, I work Friday.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe sometime on the weekend I'll go again. But, probably going tomorrow. I don't have a ticket yet. But
is that a problem this day and age?
I don't think it is. And exactly why nobody should be waiting in line right now. There's plenty of theaters in this area. I mean, maybe if you're in an area where there's like only one theater and like, well, even if you are in an area where there is one theater, there's probably not enough people to, sell out in that theater or where it's a big issue. So, I don't know, man. I don't know why people are standing in lines. I think it's just that they're trying to reminisce that old, they had that documentary Starway.
Yeah.
That whole...
They want to be like the original movies.
Yeah, like the people that were
dressing
there.
up.
I mean, I waited in line for... Okay, I mean, I guess I did do that back in the day when it was hard.
I did Dark Knight for a long time. I waited for hours.
Yeah, but a couple hours here and there, that's not that bad.
You know what? I did wait last year for the very first one. I waited a few hours.
I waited like 2 hours, but I didn't need
to. Turns out I didn't need to,
yeah.
I was waiting out in the cold. I took a big jacket. It was raining this time last year. And I got to the theater. I went with my sister because she's a big Star Wars fan. And I'm sitting in the theater. 10 minutes before the show, there's still seats. And I'm telling her, I'm telling her, like blaming it on her, even though it was my fault. I was like, we need to get to the theater right now. It's like, we could have just waited, dude. We didn't have to be here this early. I don't have to be all wet right now. So I'm pretty pumped for this movie. I'm not going to see it till Christmas Day.
Really?
I'm waiting.
You're waiting.
I don't like people.
You're just gonna get spoilers. You can't be on social media at all.
I don't like crowds.
I mean, there were fucking trolls the day after that were just going on to random forums like sports columns and just says like. Also, if you haven't watched the last movie until now, don't pause. Skip 30 seconds ahead. I mean, there were just trolls just saying Han Solo dies. That's all they were doing. They had like bots.
Was there a spoiler right now? Or are you saying the last one?
Yeah, from the last movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I was just doing a spoiler from the last movie. I mean, in case nobody's seen it.
Oh,
I mean,
if you haven't seen it yet.
I mean, the movie's already out. I mean, the second movie is already out. I'm just saying that there were troll bots.
Yeah.
And they were just going on every forum that's not even related to Star Wars just so that people knew the twist, or not the twist, but the reveal of what happens in the movie.
To me, it's not really about it's not an M. Night Shyamalan movie to me.
No, it's not, but I mean, could you
I'm just going for
remember,
the graphics, really.
I mean, do you remember the first time you found out, Vader was Luke's father? You know how shocking that was for people back in the day?
Let me tell you how it happened for me. I wasn't a Star Wars fan growing up. Everybody else was. So I grew up with people saying Luke. It's just I'm not going to say it because I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate that line.
So it's misquoted too. Yeah. But yeah.
So I grew up listening to people say it, and I'm like, okay, so Darth Vader's Luke's father. I knew it the whole time because it was told to me. Didn't really change the fact that I loved the movie later on in life. I already knew it wasn't happening.
But okay, I guess you've never had a movie where you're like, oh fuck, or like a fucking TV show where it's the end of the season and there's just this
secret window. Johnny Depp.
I don't know why we haven't brought up Secret Window.
We will one day.
And how much we talk about Secret Window.
Hour-long episode about Secret Window.
That's been a reoccurring theme for us for about... Well, since the movie came out.
That was actually a gift from you to me one year.
Did I buy you Secret Window?
I asked you for it. We were at the store. I was like, can you just buy this for me for Christmas? I don't even think it was Christmas time. It was probably dead middle of summer. Yeah, whatever. It's $4 at the used DVD store. But I still have it. So, because we don't like spoilers, so you're talking about these spoiler bots.
Yeah.
I spent all day looking for truly spoiler-free reviews
of
Star Wars, the new Star Wars movie.
Oh yes, okay.
Very generic. These are very generic answers.
Was this what I was going to walk out on?
You were, but I specifically chose not to do the in-depth ones where I'm like, yeah, that's spoiler-free, but could be a spoiler. So let's just stick to the basics, real simple ones, because these could be.
Are they going to reveal Snoke's origins?
That he's Mace Windu.
I like that theory. It's a good theory.
All right, so is The Last Jedi good? Yes. I was worried too, but it's great. And I could see how that could be somebody's fear, as there is a new director this time around. The guy who did Looper, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. J.J. Abrams isn't...
No, not this one.
I didn't even notice.
Not this go.
No.
So, better than the last two? This is the question. I think so. Better than Force Awakens and Rogue One. Better than the prequels. Probably better than Return of the Jedi. Probably.
Oh, that's a tall order, though.
I felt like the last one was better than all of them.
Rogue One. Or Force Awakens?
Force Awakens.
Oh, Force Awakens?
And good. Rogue One.
I think Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars story. I'm even bringing in the TV shows that they have, like
even better
Clone
than
Wars.
Lego Star Wars?
Yeah, even better than Lego Star Wars.
Have you seen that show? It's pretty good.
I haven't.
It's on Disney XD.
No,
Check out Lego Star Wars.
But I'm going to say Rogue One is my favorite to date.
All right, so it says, what is it about? And then it says, and in parentheses, no captions, please. Captions. And no spoilers, please. So, no spoilers. Spoiler-free. It picks up immediately after the end of the last movie, where Rey's following up on the Jedi-related business with Luke Skywalker on the island planet, General Leia and Poe Dameron working help. This is just really poorly written.
See, I don't know if I trust them.
It's on AOL.
Yeah. Is AOL still a company?
Yeah. Basically, they're planning the Resistance now, right? That's what it is. That's basically all it is. That's where they leave off. That's where it's going to be.
Okay.
How much time do we get with Leia? Because she's dead. She's dead. Obviously, there isn't going to be a great deal seeing Carrie Fisher on screen for one more movie, no matter what. But she actually plays a huge role in this film. I won't spoil, but in a movie where almost every character, old or new, with a name you're supposed to remember, gets at least one big quote-unquote moment to themselves. she gets hers, even though she's dead. She's gonna get her moment in the movie. So that's all they can say. I'm sure they can tell you more.
Well, yeah. I have something to say about that I read, but that it's kind of spoilers.
Ooh,
I'll leave it. It's just speculation, really.
So I feel like the rest of these are spoilers.
Then don't even tell them. Don't tell me.
I'm gonna omit them.
Okay.
But I am pretty pumped for this, and I feel like this is the thing that we always talk about is Star Wars. When was the first time that you saw Star Wars? Because I can tell you that mine wasn't until like way, way later. And did you like it immediately?
Oh, immediately. I was probably like probably before I probably watched it before I had memories. You know what I mean?
Was your dad a fan? Was your mom a fan?
No, they weren't like super fans.
Okay, so your older sister's probably, right?
No, I don't even think they were like super fans either. I think I had the 3 movie trilogy thing as a kid. I don't know when I saw it. But I loved it, man. I was just fucking into them. I watched them all the time. Saturdays, I put one of those on. Then they redid the movies. It was the same movies, the original trilogy, and they brought him back to the movie theater with the added additional effects and better lighting.
What year was that?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I was pretty young, though. It was probably like 96, 97. It was before the prequels came out. So
see, I'm not that big of a fan. I didn't know that this happened.
And the prequels came out, that first one was 99. So it was before episode 1 came out into the movie theaters. So we were young when episode 1 came out. So it was before that. It was at least 2-3 years before that. And yeah, like they brought them out. I think all 3 of them came out the same year, but they were released like 3 months away from each other. And I saw every single one in the movie theater, and it was fucking awesome. I mean, yeah. So like I've seen every single Star Wars in the movie theater.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen the last 2 and then episode 1 in the movie theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw episode 1 because my cousin really wanted to see it. I ended up falling asleep. I think I was too young.
Well, episode 1, no. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's some long drawn out parts, I guess. But I was a kid, and I was like, eating that popcorn real fast during the pod race scene. Even though that movie's not that good, when I was a kid, it was pretty awesome.
Speaking of theaters, I think that single-handedly Star Wars kind of keeps the movie theaters busy these days. Other than that, what other?
Oh no!
I mean, the Marvel movies.
Tons. Yeah, there's the Marvel movies. I mean, I don't know, every franchise. I mean, like there's always been a franchise that's been carrying the
theaters
movies.
Are definitely
whether
feeling
it was
the pinch
Twilight,
these days.
Whether it was the fucking before that the 8 fucking Harry Potter movies that spanned 15 years or however long it was. It probably wasn't that long, but I just feel like it was that long. It wasn't.
So theaters are definitely feeling the pitch, and it is shown because Cinemark launches an $8.99 a month subscription service as it looks to fill more seats. One of the biggest chains in America, with over 4,000 locations nationwide, is going to give a chance for people to buy a subscription. For $8.99, you get 1 ticket. You can roll them over month by month if you don't use it that month. And you can bring your friends at discounted prices. I don't think you can use...
Wait, it's $8.99
for 1 ticket. How much is a movie now?
For $8.99 a month for one ticket?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing, dude. That's not a good deal. Because I heard a different subscription one that seemed better.
It could be a different one than Cinemark. This is just Cinemark that I'm talking about here.
Well, I mean, okay, it's just that streaming is hurting a lot of different businesses. Streaming took out, the movie rental businesses. Streaming is now, it's a great model because even if you don't use it, you're on a subscription, so they still get money regardless if you're actually using their services. So yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense that they would be doing that. Because it also sounds like a good deal. And then you're like,
I mean, yeah, $8.99 a month. You're not going to miss that. I pay that for lunch every day.
Yeah, no, and also, part of the reason why people say, "Oh, I can't go to the movies," they're like outrageously priced now. They're
seriously
12.
Man? They really are.
They really are.
They really are.
They are. they're getting up there in price, and
that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't go to the movies.
Yeah,
it's just too expensive. I don't see the value in sitting there for an hour for the money that it is.
I haven't been going to the movies that much lately.
You used to go to the movies a lot. So
way back,
is it price point that's getting you?
Why I stopped going?
Yeah.
Well, that, and also I don't know, a lot of things. But there are certain movies that I need to see in the movies. I didn't. Like when Prometheus came out, it looked like a movie that I really wanted to see and experience in a movie theater. I need, the sound. I mean, and not just some JIT theater, like a real theater.
Yeah.
Like the sound quality is way better than I have at home. I like the dark environment.
I'm sure you do.
I like the. I like the same thing with Blade Runner or any of them really. I don't know, man. It's just a better cinematic experience to be there at the movie theater.
I feel like for $8.99 a month, they can just get you to pay for it, and it'll just be one of those things that just comes out of your checking account and you don't notice it.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because that's what happens to me with all my subscriptions. I went recently and looked. Did I tell you that I did that?
Yeah.
I went and I looked at all my subscriptions, and I'm paying over.
Did you add it all up?
Over $100 a month, easy on all my subscriptions. I count the gym as a subscription because it's a monthly payment.
It is a monthly payment.
It's a monthly payment that comes out.
And they know that you're not gonna go and use their services. And they get the money regardless.
It's true.
Those
it's
fuckers,
true. Haven't been there.
They
in
were
months.
the first subscription service. Everyone's like, "There's all these gyms. Nobody works out. How are all these gyms affording all this nice equipment?" And then they said, "You know what? We're gonna get Netflix up here,
dude. It's a trap, man.
It's a fucking trap.
It's a trap because I'm like, I can go cancel it right now, but the lady put the fear of God in me when I haggled my price down.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, I can't pay $40 a month. And she didn't even want to haggle with me. She was like, all right, $29 a month. But if you ever cancel again, $49 for the rest of the year. I was like, oh shit, dude. I can't cancel. I can't go back to $49. I can't afford that. I'll just let it ride. I'll just let it ride on 30. That's 3 days of food for me because I pay $10 a day for lunch every day. Dude, that's another subscription service that needs to be canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are ugly. So have you heard any Hanibal Buress' new podcast?
No, I haven't.
Sucks.
It does it.
He doesn't translate to all formats of media.
It's just a little too slow with his talking. Is it something like that? Because his stand-up is a little of a lazy delivery, and I like it.
I feel like he only has a certain style of comedy.
Yeah. Over
and over. That's his thing. He has one delivery.
Yeah.
And it doesn't translate well to trying to sell me razors. He starts his podcast trying to sell me razors, and he's like, man, he kind of sounds to like Bill Cosby to me when I try to do it back.
Yeah, I know. I started doing it right now. I thought I sounded a little. I
feel
Bill
like
Cosby.
He sounds like Bill Cosby. He's like, you got the razors. No.
It's interesting since
he's the one who caught him up.
He's the one that who started the Cosby investigations
ruined
again.
Cosby.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to sell me razors, and then he ends up rhyming a couple words with each other.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I sounded like one of those hippity hip hop rappers right there. And it's like, dude, that's a really bad joke.
Yeah.
Why'd you go for that cheap laugh?
I don't know. He's a big nerd. I mean, he really is like a huge nerd. I don't know.
A hippity hip hop rapper though.
I can only defend him.
I feel no sympathy for what happened to him this weekend.
Okay, so lay it down, because I actually avoided looking it up.
Popular comedian Hanibal Buress was arrested Sunday night in Florida after a disorderly intoxication charge after an encounter with a police officer. Buress, 34, was booked into Miami-Dade jail at 1:57 a.m. Sunday and posted bail before 6 a.m., records show. A video circulated on social media where Buress was handcuffed by a Miami patrol officer and yelling to officers, "Am I under arrest?" For what? Buress yells in the video. "Explain why I'm being detained. Why am I being detained for?" And I saw the video, and it's just him just really drunk. And it's just, have you ever seen those videos of the people who are like, think they know all about law?
Oh, yeah. And, that's the line that you're supposed to say.
Yeah.
If I'm under arrest, and if they can't give you a charge right there, you can't be under arrest for resisting arrest if that's your charge.
I didn't see this here.
Yeah.
They said for trespassing. An officer replies for trespassing. He says, y'all doofy as fuck. That's what he says to them. Buress appears to respond to cops saying, you don't have probable cause for anything. Buress was not charged with trespassing. Miami police arrested him around 10:30 p.m. Saturday at What?
Wait, what?
I guess he got arrested another time at 10:30 p.m. Saturday at 2nd Avenue and 20th Street at an art event. I don't know. Okay. They said Sunday. Oh, okay. So you got arrested Saturday and posted bail Sunday is what it was, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It was, so when I saw him on Twitter. This is how I get my news these days. This is on Twitter. Yeah. I saw it and I saw Hanibal Buress. And I was like, fuck. Him too, huh? Just when I see a male comedian's name these days,
you just assume.
I just assume
the worst these days.
I just assume that he got caught up being a pervert somewhere. I honestly I don't really care about this. You do your thing, buddy. I think we've all almost have been arrested for a drunken disorderly at one point. We're just a police officer away from seeing us.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You do your thing, Hannibal. Stay away from my podcast. I'll stay away from your podcast. Don't try to sell me razors, but you keep doing your thing. And you know what? If you want to keep getting drunk in public, you can be Michael Steinhauer, because that's what this guy does. Keaton Jones, dude. Tell us about Keaton Jones, please, because I know a little bit about this kid.
Okay,
I started seeing him online. Yeah. He was just too sad for me, so I didn't watch it.
Dude, that's actually the first way I saw his clip. Because my volume was down or something, and I just saw the sad kid. First, I clicked into the video because, I was on my Explore feed on Instagram, and I just see, this video of, a really sad-looking kid. I thought it was going to be some, dank meme, dude. I thought it was going to be some really stupid thing, but then I started watching the video before I even realized, I don't have the volume on, and then I just saw him really sad, and I just didn't look at it. And it wasn't until I saw that he kept on reappearing and other people started talking about it
that day.
That Sunday? I was like, oh shit, let me just check out who the fuck this is. And then, I don't even know if it was that. I think I still didn't click into the videos. It wasn't until I saw a picture of him with the Confederate flags in the background where I was like, who the fuck is Kimberly Jones? Mm-hmm. Who the fuck is... Oh, that's the mother of that sad boy I didn't look at the video of? And then I saw his video and... okay, do you have a take on it? On the Keaton Jones? Okay, he's a sad kid in the video.
To say, dude.
He's just talking about not being bullied. He's talking about a specific event. People poured milk on him. He says something about them putting their hands down his clothes. I don't know what that means. Could be weird. Okay, so it was bullied. The mother made this video and it took off. It got viral. He's kind of a little bit of a funky looking kid.
I think he has problems. He has developmental problems, definitely. He looks like he has a cleft lip.
I don't know, dude. Maybe on a physiological level, but
he might be slow.
He sounds pretty normal when he talks.
He has a gash in his head.
Yeah,
he probably had an accident or two that left him a little simple.
No,
but this one's difficult for me because immediately my reaction when I heard that his mom was a Confederate flag waving lady who was seeking fame and didn't really care about people helping her and just started a GoFundMe to get all this money was fuck both of them.
Hey,
that was my immediate thought.
Yeah,
and then I realized, you know what? You can't say fuck the kid.
Yeah,
the kid doesn't know shit. He doesn't know how he's being raised. He's being raised by a piece of shit. And unfortunately, I don't know what he did. I hear reports that he called a kid the N-word. And that's why they started teasing him?
Okay, yeah. But I haven't seen any credible stuff from that.
Exactly.
I heard speculation from other sites.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's how I feel about it, too. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
But...
the kid looks a little odd. I could see how he could be a target for being picked on. You know what I mean? When you think about the kids when you were growing up, the kids that were being picked on as groups of people picking on one person, they were often kind of odd looking.
Dude, I felt really bad.
Yeah.
I looked back on the girl that was bullied the most when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Her name was Lily.
Uh-huh.
Their kids were just mean to her because she was kind of for lack of a better word, Baisa. I have to say that because I'm Mexican. I don't know if I can say it or not, but that's what she was really Mexican. like really Mexican, like from Mexico.
You guys didn't have a lot of them in your
Not at
school?
Jackson.
Really?
No.
I always felt like Jackson was exactly like Madison. We had a lot of kids.
No, there was her.
Oh, okay.
And I was never mean to her myself because I didn't really see a reason to be. And I was kind of a quiet kid, believe it or not. I wasn't very talkative when I was a little kid. So they would bully this girl. And when I say bully, I mean like if she touched you, they would immediately need cootie shots.
Yeah.
And then they'd wipe them off, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But that could be really fucking hurtful to
I just
a
hear
child.
I just hear the clattering of feet running, and I just hear the hallways filled with children's. Oh, dude, there was this one kid. We know this guy, and they were chasing him around because he had said that he was an alien, and so all of them were saying so and so's an alien, and he was running. I saw it was weird, dude. There were honestly like 15, 20 kids running around after this kid during campus, and he was running like it was for his life, and they were just saying so and so's an alien, so and so's an alien, and it's just like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen if they catch him?
You know what, that reminds me of a story.
Yeah,
there was another super Mexican kid.
Oh, okay.
But he wasn't bullied because he was Mexican. This kid was like super Mexican, but he was also gay. Like, I don't think he knew he was gay.
Yeah, but he was flamboyant.
He was very flamboyant.
Yeah.
But you could tell that his family was like heavily into like the bruja shit.
No, really?
He was
at that young age?
He was super into witchcraft.
Ooh.
He really liked
This
it.
kid sounds interesting.
He was very interesting.
It'd be very interesting to know what he's like now.
You know how you were telling me that they were
Yeah.
So they started they started yelling that he's a witch.
Oh yeah.
You know what he does? He like lowers his head and lifts it up like the Undertaker with his eyes rolled down the back of his head. He scared the shit out of everybody, and everybody started running. And everybody believed he was a witch after that. And they left him the fuck alone. They left him the fuck alone. Back to the Lily girl though. I can't make this shit up. Her mom was a babe. Her mom was like a novela star from deep in Mexico, and she would come and pick her up in her fucking black Trans Am with the La Cucaracha horn. So it would be like, oh, my mom's here. And it would be,
wow.
I'm not kidding. It sounds like it would be a joke.
It does sound made up.
It's not. That's a true story. Ask for somebody from Jackson. I don't know if you know anybody else.
I knew people from Jackson.
Ask them about Lily and her bomb-ass mom.
It would be interesting to know what she's like these days too.
You know, she's probably a novella star, to be honest with you. Just, I don't think she was particularly fugly looking or anything. It was just that she was Mexican. I feel like there was a lot of racism. There was a lot of racism happening.
How about I participated in some bullying?
Ooh,
I'm not proud of it.
I'm
gonna say I was probably picked on a lot more than anything, when I was a kid,
Oh, yeah.
But
I believe that. You're a weird guy.
This kid though, he came as a transfer student, whatever, and I feel really bad about this, because it was like we were friends, but his name was Chris. I don't remember his last name. I think some of the bullying started when kids started realizing. Well, he smelled. I think one of the nicknames was Chris Piss because he smelled like piss. And then I think we were like painting or something in class, and I guess he must have like wiped his hand on his pants.
Oof.
And that's when people started realizing that he was like poor because he had like that same pair
pants.
No, the same handprint on his pants for like ever. And I remember going on a field trip and his mother was like there as a chaperone. I don't think she was going as a chaperone. I think she just wanted to go to the trip. I think she volunteers because she wanted to go somewhere.
Mama needed a vacation.
Yes, exactly.
Mama needs to go to the caverns.
You guys are going to Sacramento? I have never been to Sacramento. And she when my memory of her now, like when I saw her then, I thought she's odd, but now my memory of her, it's like she was a fucking crackhead. Ugh. Like she was a meth head back then, and I felt bad for this kid. Now the thing about this kid though was, we all connected on wrestling. During recess, a lot of us would do wrestling moves.
I didn't
and stuff.
like wrestling but it was you had to like it.
You had to at least know it.
On Friday morning,
everybody watched SmackDown. Everybody was watching
SmackDown.
Fucking Chris, Chris Piss made up this thing about being colorblind. I know you're colorblind.
Oh, I'm very colorblind.
Now he made up this thing about not feeling pain because he was colorblind.
No.
He said that he could not feel pain. And so while we were all like doing
nerve damage,
dude,
he could have been born a crack baby.
Probably, dude. Because look, here's the thing: we would all do wrestling moves to each other.
It's probably his dad.
Oh, dude, there was no dad in the system. There was no dad in that picture.
Whatever male that he had in his life was on PCP most of the time.
No,
and he felt no pain, and he just wanted to be like his dad.
No, that guy rode out of town. I'm sure years before, but this guy. He would ask for us to do these wrestling moves on him. Like we were just going to town on this kid. The major pain, fucking submission, moves, the fucking suplexes, choke slams.
Did he wince?
No, he would just be like laughing. He would laugh. And he would like say, like some of the times he'd go, "Oh my god!" Especially on nut shot, fucking hits, he would be, he would just go, "Oh," and then he would laugh and then he'd fall down and stuff like that. But he would never like say, "Oh my god, that hurts," or like, "Oh, that was too much," or "Oh, that." And then I felt so bad years later because I was like, dude, that's the only way that kid like tried to get friends, like he tried to assimilate by letting us just beat the shit out of him for like all recess. Like, oh my god, dude, I feel so bad. I mean, I don't think I was doing it in bad spirit, but maybe I was. Maybe part of it was. I don't know. I don't know. I hung out with him sometimes where we weren't beating the shit out of him. Sometimes we played freeze tag or whatever. But a lot of the time. On that trip, I think I was okay with hanging out with him on that trip too, that field trip.
Where were the fucking adults
during
these
duties?
Beat downs?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. They would catch us for other things sometimes, but those, I guess it wasn't really that bad. Maybe they just looked from the distance and saw that he was laughing as we were slamming him. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, these were full on choke slams. Like these were everything. This DDTs, whatever the fuck they had, Stone Cold Stunners, fuck it. I mean, Stone Cold Stunners, not with just like a fake like stunner. Like we kicked him in the gut, he fell forward, and then fucking stunned him. Fucking dropped his ass to the floor, man. It was real. It was real bad.
Did you ever people's elbow him?
Oh, dude, all the time. I'm sure, dude. There were definitely rock bottoms.
Crippler crossface.
Oh, the rock bottoms were some of the ones that I didn't like getting the end of. He got them all the time. And then the leg suplex ones, or is it the suplex?
Please tell me Swanton bombed him.
Oh, dude, I don't. I always know that
roof.
name. Oh no, we never. You know what? I think we might have climbed on the backstop a couple times to jump off. But we
it was all in good fun. Yeah. He didn't feel no pain.
It's okay. He convinced me, man. Maybe I just wanted to be convinced. But we also played all the basketball games.
I don't feel like that's bullying. Though. I really don't.
You don't think so, dude?
He asked for it.
But dude, when you really think about it, do you think any of us second guessed it? Like, oh, you really don't feel pain?
Okay, so I'll tell you a story about a guy who says he never felt pain. I used to work with a guy who did Muay Thai.
Okay.
He did Muay Thai, and he studied. I believe he was in the military, and he went overseas, and he did some time in Asia somewhere where he learned from actual people. His shins had full calluses over them, from years of
just people kicking it.
Yeah,
or him kicking shit.
So his shins were pretty hard. He would let me hit him in the shins as hard as I wanted with broomsticks.
Oh man!
And I knew that hurt.
Look, dude, it was just mind over matter shit.
I knew that hurt him, but I would still, every opportunity that I got, I'd do it. I'd be like, hey, let me hit you in the shins. He's like, all right. And I'd smack him. And
this is the guy you used to work with at Starbucks?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. The guy that used to just do random push-up sets?
Yeah. He was a strong guy. I just felt, even though he asked for it, I still did it knowing that it hurt. You know what? Maybe it never did. Maybe he really did. Maybe they were calloused over.
Either calloused over or, it's just a mind over matter thing. It's just like not recognizing it anymore.
So another guy, let's change gears here before we talk too much about WWE and how bitter I am about it being WWE and not WWF, whatever. Another guy who's probably bitter over this is pervert Mario Batali. Spotted Pig owner Ken Freeman kept a quote-unquote rape room where chef Mario Batali allegedly groped unconscious women.
Ooh, I did not know it was that bad.
The upstairs lounge at Manhattan's famed Spotted Pig restaurant has a stomach-churning nickname, the Rape Room. It was inside the third-floor VIP haunt that owner Ken Freeman allegedly grabbed the head of longtime server Trish Nelson and pulled it toward his crotch in front of Amy Poehler in 2007.
In front of Amy Poehler?
That's what it says here. Nelson told the New York Times. It's also where former manager Jamie Seat had been seen by security. And Mario, so this is where, so I got it all wrong. Mario Batali was allegedly kissing and groping a woman who was unconscious in the rape room of the Spotted Pig. This one came as a surprise to me. This one, I mean, I always thought he was a weird guy. Maybe Dave Sidehug's too long, you know what I'm saying? But I never saw it as a guy who would make out with unconscious women in a place called the Rape Room. Which... How surprised are you of this one?
Well, I didn't follow him too much, so
I watch the Chew daily. When I'm home, I'll watch the Chew. That's where I fell in love with Mario Batali.
Did he have a Snapchat thing too?
Oh,
where they would have the Chew. He was featured on there. Okay, so I did watch him a little bit, but fucking people, man. Like, it's one thing to have a kink, but
you know I know what you're saying, buddy.
I'm just saying, consensual kink is okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I saw
not unconscious.
I saw the thing about Mario Batali, and it made me wonder because it is a chef now, so it's bled into the chefs that are being called out now. I feel like this one's gonna have a lot of people outed.
Dude. Because I feel
like chef is a big
male-dominated fucking
industry where I feel like
definitely.
Women have to do whatever the head chef wants.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Otherwise, so at first they said that the women didn't want to come forward because Mario Batali has such a fucking reputation in food that their career would be ended instantly.
Oh yeah.
If they said that what Mario Batali did to them. So. As much as people might come out, it's kind of sad how many people are going to have to just keep quiet because they want to keep their job in all industries. And I never really thought about that until this one. This is when I started thinking about it personally. It should have been a thought to begin with, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who have to keep their mouths shut in the food service industry and all industries because of high-profile people like Mario Batali having fucking rape rooms and it being kept a secret for that long. That's pretty crazy. And he's such a wholesome guy. Like, he's on ABC midday. It's a family show. And he wears orange Crocs. That's his claim to fame. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. His claim to
fame is that he wears orange.
I think that would be terrible to have in the kitchen. Spill some hot shit.
No, I would think
it's got all the holes.
I think because he was a heavy guy. No,
traps it in your shoe.
No, I feel you. You got to wear leather shoes when you're doing. I mean, we did JIT food service, and we know that you need to wear leather shoes, or else your foot's gonna get potentially burnt.
One time, because we have this like cooker thing, is filled with like hot water, and a lot of the times we'd have to drain it into this floor thing, but it would be filled too high, and it was still hot, And one time I was getting it, and it started making a wave thing, I was like, oh shit, and I lost track of it. Poured it on my foot, and I didn't know what to do, man, because I was wearing those Croc-like shoes that you're talking about.
And the water got trapped inside of it?
Inside of them. And I almost like kicked my shoe off, because I was like, oh god damn it. And yeah, dude, it was burning the shit out of my foot, man. I don't know how that guy worked that day in, day out for so many years.
I think because he's kind of a heavy guy, and he kind of needed that cushion like support to stay on his feet all day. Otherwise, what are you gonna do, man? I'm portly enough, and I need to. My dogs are howling all day. Imagine being 200 more pounds. Fuck that. Having to stay on my feet all the time. I saw a picture of him where he had a charm on one of the holes of the cross. So you know
that's
what?
some next level fashion, dude.
Fuck that guy. That's you know what, Mario Batali? Fuck you. So yesterday was a big day. If you're listening to this on Friday when it comes out, we're doing this on a Wednesday. Yesterday was a big. What's the fucking word I'm looking for? Election.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and tell us about the election. What happened?
I don't know. Well, okay, we had Roy Moore in
Pervert
the
Roy
mix.
Moore.
You know, he was a gun-toting guy before alleged perversion came out. It was just a dude that was dressed as a cowboy, like being super ridiculous on stage. Like, it's not the time or place to just wear a cowboy suit. And also, like, Alabama's the South. You know, I don't know why you'd be dressed as a cowboy anyways, you know? Like, what the shit is that? I feel like some of the South people, I don't know if we have any listeners in the South.
I wish.
But but I'm just going to say, like, I feel like a lot of them want to have old-timey, you know, dress, but they can't wear the plantation shit that was popular around that time because it's just too much. So they have to, you know, borrow Texas and California was a western town too. You know, they have to borrow the West, and let's even throw in Midwest like Wyoming and all those cowboy states. Like that was attire for those areas.
Even
like,
I aspire to be a cowboy, Michael.
Oh yeah, I know. Everybody wanted to be a cowboy, but you know what? You're from fucking California. You can do it.
Yeah, all right.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna dust off those cowboy
you know,
boots.
the fucking railroad was being built here and shit, and you know, there's all kinds of tales from this area that are cowboy related.
I didn't want to be a cowboy when I was a little kid.
You didn't want to be a cowboy when you were a kid?
That wasn't my thing.
No, I wanted to be a cowboy when I was a kid.
It wasn't until
I'm gonna bring a fucking picture, dude.
It wasn't.
I'm in fucking full gear. I think I want to say, I don't know why. I want to say McDonald's had like outside of their place a fucking pony, and you could take. It was like one day, and they had like a backdrop, and you could take pictures. Fucking went home, got all my cowboy shit. Sat on that pony, took a picture.
My parents threw me a cowboy party. I didn't necessarily want a cowboy party. They rented a horse, and it went up and down the street with kids riding it.
That's pretty sick.
It wasn't until I was 25 that I wanted to be a cowboy.
Oh, that's right.
I started working at a country music station, and I started listening to country music, and I was like, God damn, this is good. Yeah. And I bought that was around the time where we were in our country friend's wedding.
Yeah, that wedding did, you know, getting those boots back on.
And I got some boots on, and I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna own a horse one day.
Yeah, man. You know, I get the lifestyle.
I'm gonna start wearing Carhartt, and I do now.
I'm surprised you didn't before. I mean, I was just like, they have some cool shit.
I wore Dickies. It was the only workwear that I wore. I mean, we were wearing workwear in high school.
Yeah, just basic ass shirts,
we just wore
you know.
Dickies pants and jackets as if we had jobs.
Just some plaids, you know, lumberjack shit. And but yeah, okay, so yeah, Roy Moore, he's a weirdo.
So what it was is
of rape allegations from his earlier years when he was like
pedophilia.
30. Not pedophilia.
Yeah, it was pedophilia.
It was just he was like 30. You know what I liked?
He was hitting on kids.
I forget who it was.
He was in his 30s.
But yeah, he was 30, but they were like 14. Yeah, that's
Michael.
Pedophilia. It is pedophilia, I guess. No, it is definitely pedophilia. 14 is when I start thinking about where I was at 14. Yeah, I was like a freshman. Would I be a freshman?
I think so. Yeah,
yeah.
14, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah, okay. I get it.
So what it was is that it was a pedophile was running against and what was bad is that the GOP was nominating President Trump, was endorsing him, and it was kind of like, okay, are we gonna have a pedophile get elected even though all this shit came out? And it was kind of like everybody was watching, like
the governor even said, I have no reason to doubt the women's stories.
Yeah,
but I want a Republican in office.
It was kind of like we were all hoping that morality would win yesterday.
Yes,
and I didn't know if it was going to. And it turns out Doug Jones. I thought you were going to do the Mike Jones, Doug Jones. I thought I was waiting for you to do it.
Do it. No,
Doug Jones ended up winning, and the only reason I brought the story up is because when Doug Jones won, they played "Teach Me How to Dougie" in the background.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better than the Doug Jones, Mike Jones collab.
And that's pretty funny that they played "Teach Me How to Dougie" because I was like, whatever, it's a catchy song. I went and listened to the song. And it's just, all my bitches love me. All my bitches love me.
Oh, I'm sure they just played the chorus.
I hope they played it all. I hope they played it all. They also played We Are the Champions. Whatever. I just thought that was hilarious. A little side note I'd like to throw in there. It is the week before Christmas, kind of. Because Christmas is on a Monday.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I know you haven't done all your Christmas shopping.
I haven't done a goddamn thing.
I know you haven't. And if you're like...
I've been buying myself a lot of things lately.
I heard that.
You know?
I ended up buying
just
somebody...
feels nice.
I bought somebody a gift the other day, and I was like, you know what? They're not going to like that. I'll keep it.
Dude, I've done that.
It was a Carhartt...
a couple times.
It was a Carhartt beanie. I was like, oh, they won't like that. That's mine.
Yeah.
I feel like not a lot of people are good at gift giving. I feel like a lot of people give gifts that they spend their hard-earned money on, and the person ends up just talking shit when you leave. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad for those people.
I've seen the look in people's eyes when I hand them weird shit.
What's the weirdest gift you've given?
I don't know. It's just not good stuff. I don't know how to explain it. Not weird things, just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
So I'm here to save you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat out years of people telling you stupid shit that doesn't make any sense. Gift cards are not insincere. They're not insincere at all.
Oh, wait.
They're not insincere at all.
Dude, is that your big save for this?
I can't tell you what the person likes. If you really want to save, go look at the person's Instagram and fucking look at what they like. That's pretty easy. Study the person.
Sometimes people don't have Instagrams. You know, my family members don't have Instagrams, Chuy. How the fuck are you going to...
If they're your family, then you should probably just know, bro. You lived with them.
No, there's extended family out now, you know?
If you're buying your extended family gifts... God bless you. I don't have the money for that shit. I can only buy the people closest to me gifts. And when I really need to find something that they like, I go to their Instagram. I go to something that they were really excited for that might need a refill, i.e. makeup. Like if it's a girl, and they're like, oh, I got this and I really, really liked it. That's probably gone. Just buy them another one of that because they liked it. That's just a little clue. Or people buying new brands of clothing. Oh, you like that brand of clothing? Buy that brand of clothing. But for me... that's why I said it, is because for me, I never get sad about a gift card. Even if it's Taco Bell, even if it's to the auto parts store, whatever it is. I like, that's just my subscription that I pay for antivirus popping up. Don't worry about that, Michael. That's another subscription coming out of my pocket.
No, it wasn't that.
It wasn't?
No, it was... do you have a subscrition to CNN?
Oh, yeah, I do.
As a CNN news update.
Somebody dead?
No, it's just about GOP Alabama meltdown. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck them. You don't think that's a good? You don't think gift cards are good?
Gift cards? I mean, I guess every time I've gotten a gift card, I'm like, oh, cool. I don't have to spend money. But
I feel like that's really good.
It is nice. It's convenient.
When I'm in a pinch, I crack into my gift cards. I have a little stash of gift cards for when I'm in a pinch, like i.e. I have no money and I need some lunch.
You know, I don't know if I always have the gift cards on me. You know, I don't want to make the fucking wallet too bulky where it's uncomfortable to sit on while I'm driving. You know what I mean? I need to keep a fucking separate case that's always on me that I can carry with me, that's like in my fucking glove compartment or something. Not that I have that now, so don't break into my car. But you know what? Hey, how about this? One time I got a gift card. This is a Christmas story. Mm-hmm. It was my first year working where I work, and
we already told you where it is.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah,
first year working at Costco.
Yeah, I was working at Costco. I got to the parking lot. There's a Winco in my parking lot. I got to
if you don't have a Winco in your area, you're missing out.
I got to my car, and I had an El Camino at the time. Had a pretty bad cracked windshield. I did not keep that car clean. There was a lot of stuff.
You don't keep any car clean.
No. There's a lot of stuff in the seats, and there's just the one bench seat, and you could see that. If you looked any further, you could definitely see that there was stuff behind the bench seat, and
food wrappers.
And then I see this thing, and lots of food wrappers. And then I see this thing in my windshield. I'm like, what fucking propaganda bullshit is this? I open it up, and it's a little card about it gets better or something like that. And there was a gift card on it.
It said it gets better?
It's something like that.
Did they think you were a crackhead?
I think so, dude. They thought I was living in my car or some shit. And I got this Winco card, and I was like, "It's a gift card. There's no amount." So then I like walked over to Winco, and I was like, "Hey, someone left this on my windshield. Can you tell me the amount?" And then she like swiped it, and she like did an eye thing, and then she was like, "Are you serious? Someone just like left this on your windshield?" And I'm like, "Yeah. How much is it?" I mean, and it wasn't huge, but it was, in a way, for a fucking stranger. It was $50. Someone gave me a $50 Winco card, and I was like, what the fuck? This was like a week or two before Christmas. And
you realize you're a piece of shit, right?
Why? Because I didn't pass it on?
Yeah. One, you didn't pass it on.
Well, that was an afterthought. I thought of it as like, well, this is free lunch for a while.
Well, check this out.
Hey, man, I didn't have that much money then, man.
Somebody was walking in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And saw your car.
They probably saw me get out of the car.
Oh, I'm sure they did. You look very much like a bum. Right now you don't, because you have your swag-ass Obey jacket and your swag-ass
Hey, man.
Vans.
Well, this isn't my first year working.
Brand new pants.
I was in my 90s. This isn't brand new.
Brand new pants.
These aren't brand new.
Brand new badass shirt.
I got this.
For everybody who's watching this, he has a red shirt that says badass across it.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says badass. It doesn't say badass.
Well, I don't know what it says then.
That doesn't matter.
All right.
It says Babylon.
Oh, okay.
It's a Babylon shirt.
I don't know what that is.
It's
is it Trash Talk?
Trash Talk's brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
They have their own little store.
All right. You can keep doing it.
I got shit on Black Friday, when it was off, But I've had these jeans for a while, man,
So what I'm saying though is a person saw your car,
yeah,
and they just fucking felt so bad.
Hey man, I didn't have money then. I don't have money now.
You had a job.
I was in my 90 days, and I honestly did not think I was going to be kept. Like, I did not think I was going to be kept for that job.
You had a backup job.
Oh, fuck it. They definitely needed to give it to me then if I was still working there. That fucking place is not a job. Jamba Juice is not a job. By the way, I don't work there anymore.
Oh, you got fired?
Yeah, well, yeah, let go.
Let us know. I want to know what happened.
At first, I was like...
It was the podcast.
I thought it was the podcast. But then I looked back at my text. It was actually the day before we released the podcast.
Okay.
So it's just that they have a new payroll person, or they're getting a new payroll company.
The glitch got fixed.
They have a new payroll company. And, since I never really do work there, since I'm only making like $300 a year there from the few times I fill in, like, they don't need an extra person on there.
It's like Office Space. They're like, this guy doesn't get paid, but he still shows up.
And then, that. And also, not just that, but I think I've always been getting, like, even though it's set up for direct deposit, like, they send a blank version of the check or a non-cash value version of the check. And I think this whole time they've been sending me $0 ones, so that just increases their.
Yeah, that's definitely you're
shit.
losing money.
Yeah, so there's no value for me being there for the very few times I've been like, oh, you're out of town.
I really wish you got fired because of the podcast.
Oh, I wish it was, but no, but I didn't think about. I think I had thought that for a second when I was typing it, because I was like on my break at work.
Chewy Sanchez.
And then, but it wasn't until like days later that I looked back and I was like, oh, that was on Thursday. We released this on Friday. So they if they listen to it now, they can realize, they dodged a bullet.
So can you tell me the story now of the time that you went?
What? No.
No
story.
Oh.
No, I can't tell you that because it's not my job. That's their job.
Oh, man.
I can't just drop that, dude.
That's a good story. I can't wait to tell it. I can't wait till that person loses their job so we can tell that story. So because the holiday gift giving, I always know what to get my friends because I know my friends well. Mm-hmm. So that's easy.
You see, I know my friends well, but I feel like I still just give bad gifts a lot of the time. So I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you're looking at a pretty badass gift right there without giving it away. How badass is that gift right there? It's
a nice gift. That's a pretty good gift.
That's a pretty good gift. I feel like I'm a really good gift giver. Are you more of a giver or a receiver when it comes to gift giving? Do you like giving more than I don't give a shit if anybody gives me anything. I never have.
If I get the gift, here's the thing with me on any gifts, doesn't mean Christmas, birthdays, whatever the fuck it is. I don't like to open it in front of people. And I know a lot of people always want to see you open the shit.
It's like telling somebody to listen to this joke. It's like, listen to this joke.
Oh, I fucking hate that. I have mentioned this many times because I tell people like, oh, just don't do it, you know? And they're like, what do you mean? It's really funny. I'm like, oh, but I'm not going to laugh. And they say, what?
Or they're like, let me show you this band. And it's like, no, don't show me this band.
Hey, I'm okay with people showing me bands.
I'm not going to like it. And I'm gonna...
That's all right. It's just, I just don't have strong reactions. If somebody tells me a joke, like, as a setup, like, hey, you want to hear this knock-knock joke? Or, hey, what did this bartender say? Blah, blah, blah. I will not fucking laugh. Yeah. I will not laugh. I never did when I was a kid. And even if I thought the joke was funny, I would maybe go, huh, and then tell it later to somebody. But I never had that reaction. And then when I open gifts, I don't know how to be like, oh my God, this is great. Oh, I fucking love it. This is the best. I kind of just have even if I really like the gift, I just kind of nod my head and I'm just like, huh, this is cool. I like it.
It's good to know.
That's
I feel like that's how you're going to be with your gift that I give you. I feel like you're going to be, you're going to hate it. She's going to be like, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. I don't need this. I don't need this, but you need it. I'm going to tell you that right now. You need it. I got it for you because you need it. But we'll reveal that. That's a little teaser. Okay. That's a little teaser for the next episode. The next episode is going to be our Christmas episode where I hope to fill this room with a lot of dudes, all of our friends, and I hope that there's a video.
Well, you know, some of them don't like each other, so
that's very true.
That was going to happen today, and
I mean,
couldn't get them together.
None of our friends liked each other. None of my friends liked me to begin with. But so, like I was saying, you'd rather give the gift than get it, right?
Yeah,
that's how I
also like. Just the same, I kind of hope that people don't open it in front of me.
Oh,
because I don't want to see their reaction. Because in a way, I feel like I'm expecting a big reaction because I feel like people are different. And then when I have given gifts, they don't get that reaction. It crushes me. I gotta just like not see it.
I think
I'd rather just not see anything.
The secret for me, and this is a good tip for you too. If you're on a budget. It's never been because I'm on a budget. It's because I don't really like new things. I don't feel like it's cool to give people new things. All my gifts come from either thrift stores, yard sales, or antique stores. Most of them. Most of the gifts that I give come from those places. And if you're like pinched for money this year, you can find a lot of cool shit at a Goodwill for people that would really appreciate it because it's out of circulation. Like one year I got our friend Tim, who really likes the Power Rangers, I got him original Power Rangers toys from an antique store. You can't get that shit at the store. And it's something that they're going to hold on for a long time because it's original shit. So that's a gift-giving guide right there. If you're low on money, you can find some good shit. You start to invest the time. So if you have 1 week to start investing your time to go find some cool-ass gifts.
Ooh.
You might just have to go to the mall and fucking fight with the... Do you like going to the mall during this time of year? I was actually...
Not to buy things, just to hang out.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
I was telling Katie, she was like, the line's too long. I don't want to be here. I'm like, that's part of the magic. It's part of the magic.
Well, you see, that's the thing. You guys were actually buying things.
I don't mind it.
I don't want to buy anything while I'm there at this time.
I don't mind being in line. I feel like that's a part of Christmas to me.
No. I get anxious. That's the consumer in me. I got to get out. You remember that scene in Bambi where that bird, like they're in the fucking grass, and the tall grass, and that bird just looks like, I gotta get out. And then the hunters are coming. They're like, just calm down. And it's like, no, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out. And it's just like, no, just be quiet. And then the bird takes off, and it's the first one shot. That's how I feel when I'm in the line because I can't get the fuck out. If I get out, I'm gonna have to wait in the line again. If I fucking walk away, I'm gonna have to come back. If I have no control over that situation of getting closer and closer to the register to do whatever I want. That's why I'm saying I'm okay with being with the big crowds. I'm okay with being with the big crowds if I don't have a mission to be. If I'm just chilling, like just look at all these fucks trying to get to their places to be and buy their shit, and I get all weird and judgmental about consumerism, and I'm just sitting there in the mall.
I'm a little bit of a masochist when it comes to that. I like throwing myself into the fire like that.
Dude, I don't like it.
I used to like working. One of my favorite jobs was when I worked at Hot Topic and the mall for Christmas. I used to like it when they used to get all the T-shirts all on the floor, and I used to have to... I got off on bitching and moaning that they were on the floor like, oh, these fucking people. But I secretly loved it. And then equally, I liked when I worked at Barnes & Noble. The line would get fucking from the register all the way to the back of the store, and you would be busy nonstop for your long ass 4-hour shift. No, during Christmas they'd extend it to 6 hours. You're making
a lot of money to go around.
No, when I was a kid and I had those jobs, I was like, yeah, the money starts right now, but I'm gonna start getting 32 hours in a couple months. I'm gonna start getting 32 hours. 32 hours at $9 an hour, boy. Everybody's gonna have a good Christmas. It's the trickle down effect, baby.
Yeah.
So in Christmas spirit, I put up my Christmas tree. I asked you if you had a.
Oh shit! I didn't bring it.
I bought it. I bought one.
Oh, I have one. Did I text you?
You said you might. I asked Mike if he had a Christmas tree stand, because I put up our Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree was all old, and it kind of smelled like cat piss. So I think we left it outside, and I'm sure a cat just pissed on it. We left it in a box, but I mean, a cardboard box isn't going to protect against the penetration of cat piss.
I mean, was the box closed? You don't think the cat walked in there to get some warmth?
No, maybe. I don't know. But it was. I don't like fake trees anyway, even though that the real trees aggravate my allergies. I ended up buying a real tree, putting it up. I didn't know that you had to cut an inch off the bottom to let the water go in.
Yeah.
So before you got here, I was hacking away with a fucking hacksaw.
You can either do that, or you can just like stab holes into it.
Oh, I should have just done that. I ended up hacking away. I only had a hacksaw. The hacksaws that are for metal.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to cut wood with a hacksaw. I'm out there all fucking sweaty. That's why I took off my sweater. You got here. I don't know if you could tell it. I was all disheveled.
No.
Well, I was. I was like, with the hats on, you're asking me, do you want anything from Taco Bell? And I'm just like, no, not right now. I'm trying to do some man work. I was like, bring me my Carhartt shirt. I need my boots. The one time a year that I get to do man work. I work next to a Save Mart.
Uh-huh.
There's a little guy who I think they put him in charge of the Christmas trees.
Oh, yeah.
He comes to work in jeans, a flannel, suspenders, Paul Bunyan boots.
He does that for work? For the Christmas tree?
He legit does it. I don't think he's dressing up. I think he's like getting into like, I'm doing some man work.
I mean, like he thinks that's how he should dress for this.
Yeah, that's how he thinks he should dress for this job.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, every day. I think he's embarrassed that I see him every day because he wears the same thing. So he doesn't say hi anymore. He used to say hi when he was dressed in his regular Save Mart clothes. Save Mart's just a regular grocery store. It's a plain grocery store. But they have a lot of Christmas trees, and I think he's the Christmas tree manager. They just bestowed that upon him. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. If they were said, go outside.
It's chill, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean... You're not fucking...
Does Costco sell Christmas trees? I feel like they would.
But we sell only for like the first 2 weeks of December because they sell out.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much are they?
Too much.
I gotta say, man.
It's fucking expensive this year.
I gotta say, I went to Costco for the first time on a weekend in a long time. I don't go to Costco on the weekend.
No, it's fucking busy.
Dude, during Christmas, it's fucking lit, man.
Dude, it's too much.
There's a lot of
people. Can't fucking move anywhere. There's too many people going everywhere.
I legit had lunch there. There was a lady making Havarti sandwiches.
Oh, yeah?
Just Havarti, pesto, and sourdough bread. I told them not to put
the salami or whatever was
whatever
on it.
meat was in it. I don't think I told them that. I think I might have just like grabbed it before she was able to like finish it.
Oh.
And then there was another person they had Popcornopolis there.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, jalapeno cheese. If you want to give me some jalapeno cheese popcorn, man.
Not the zebra, dude?
That's good. It's too sweet for me. I'm more of a savory popcorn kind of guy.
I don't know, dude.
Dude, and they had a whole cheese section. You have it made living there, man. I just exposed that you live there. So let's wrap this up with your final thoughts. Star Wars,
very excited. You know, get out there, see it. Maybe wait a week, but you're gonna be risking the spoilers.
Movie theater subscriptions.
I'm anticipating what kind of deals our area comes up with. We have a different franchise. It'll be cool.
Hanibal Buress gets arrested for public intoxication.
You know, we've all nearly been there. We've all done worse.
Mario Batali in his rape room.
Again, kinks are okay. Just make sure they're conscious. as long as it was consensual.
Christmas gift ideas. Do you have any little tips for people?
Tips for people, maybe, do some little research on, if you don't know them that well, maybe if you do have social media, check out the shit that they wear. Check out the fucking places they love talking about. A lot of people would say, I love going to Target, and fucking find them a gift card from Target. Pull the gift card idea out.
Target gift cards are always lit. Keaton Jones,
I can't blame you for your mother. So, and I think we all connected with what you said, whether we experienced it or we were the ones perpetrating it. I think anybody can remember how hard it is to be a kid. Let's not fucking give Keaton Jones the problem. Let's give Keaton's mother the shit.
Roy Moore, fuck him.
Roy Moore, fuck him. That's
pretty much as simple as it gets. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. And as always, please subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a review. Until next time, goodbye.